Good evening, traders. It is the S&P 500 Futures Micro Futures chart review for 7/8/2019. Looking here at the 2000 tick chart on the ES here. This first blue line is where I basically did the prep video around 5 o'clock this morning. The second one is at 7:30, basically when the market opened. At 5 o'clock, I was saying, hey, you know, this 88 area is kind of like the line in the sand. It would be bullish if we can get up above it, and it'll stay kind of bearish if you stay underneath this level right here. And the whole kind of reasoning behind that was you kind of had this this area right here, which was basically being tested by that level right there. And if it could get up into it, it was going to be fairly bullish, and you could probably look for a positive run towards the top here. But it stayed fairly weak, and so basically there was like enough little volume right here in this node right here in the point of control to kind of stop it, and there was a point of control back here. I think it was a little bit higher, and that was enough to kind of keep the market on the downside. Same thing with this area, I believe, right here. There's a big shelf of volume that it just kind of kept on running into right here, and just couldn't defeat it, and it finally gave up and sold down at that point. So the market opens and it's selling here, and there's multiple levels down here, and I was really calling out this 76 level, and there was a 74 level right here in the pre-market, and you can see that it was all down here. And if I even pull back, there's volume right here, and then there's volume right over here. And I basically thought, you know, we could trade down a little bit farther, but I knew that there was a bunch of levels in here, and this provided the support to get the bounce. And if you look, there's a lot of fast moves in here, and this fast move down here, you got basically a fast move on the other side right here, and then another fast move right here. And if I put a profile right here, you know, basically it traded right up into that profile right there. Same thing with it down right here. You can see if I put a profile across all this volume down here, that we're right there on that yellow line, and we traded right into that area and got a bounce. And so those were good trades. Sorry if you hear my dog in the background. And then there was a little volume node right up here that if I pull it all the way across, I think this is basically where it traded up to. You can see that it hit this node and sold down, and then it traded up into this one and then sold back down into this area, and it was pretty much the same level. Usually when you're coming back up, it's going to trade a little bit past. We always say, you know, test the bottom, test the top of the node. And this is the top of the node right here, and we basically tested the top of the node at that point. Sold back down. You already know that there's a bunch of volume down here, and that's where we got into that area. If we pull this across, you're going to probably see that there's takes a second to get it to snap there. You can see that we traded right back up into this volume several times right here. And then there's another shelf of volume right here that ties into this guy. And then this one's all the way up here. If I just profile just like the top of this thing, it'll have a volume node right in front of it. There's one right here. Basically, if I pull this all the way over, that was enough volume right there to make the market go the other direction. And it hit multiple levels on the way up and just basically sold at that point. You can see the same thing on this other side too. So if we actually take all of this volume right here, I think you can see right here it's bounced off this level twice, and then it finally traded through, and now it's bouncing again. But those were the trades off of the volume. There's even more in here. I'm just not gonna try and go dig them all out, but you want to stick to the larger areas of volume. Like if this thing trades back up, right? So you can see that this thing's already traded right back up into this, and then that's where the weakness came in and sold off. But it'll probably try and trade back up into this, and it'll bounce off of that again. Right at this point, it looks like it's pretty weak, and so I'm kind of expecting, because we stayed down in the bottom of the range right here and didn't get back up even above this little area of volume right here. See this node right here? We've pretty much been down in here. I think we're going to fail through and go visit some of these other levels of volume down here, and we could do that overnight. But I think your good level down is down here at this 58, and this was at the range extreme. So we've got to do quite a bit of trading to get into that area. But right now the market's not acting very strong. So I think there's a good chance for some selling overnight into tomorrow morning. Basically, we're looking to we've traded down. We've tested this node. We're testing the kind of the top of this other node right here. We'll get a bounce. We'll probably test the point of control, 67, and then we'll go test the far side of it, kind of the top of this node and the bottom of this node, 63. And then this 58 is that really good place right here. And that lines up nicely with a bunch of other structure right here and highs and lows and stuff like that. And I would expect that to be a really good buy location if we can somehow get there by tomorrow. But right now you're kind of settling. We went down, we traded down, we tested the top of this node, got a great bounce, but now we're starting to fail back down, and that's why I think that we'll go to the bottom of this node, because we've tested the top of this node at this point. So just to keep that in mind. The symmetry worked okay. There wasn't really a whole lot of range here, but you can see definitely we were trading on both sides of the line here, and we tested the bottom right here, and that was a great little divider. But so not a whole lot of range today to do a bunch of levels on the symmetry, but you did get the range extension. Anyways, making it a shorter video, I guess, tonight. There isn't a whole lot of trading going on. You can see that, in the 60-minute chart, we just basically chopped around. But I did show you in the 2000 tick, how to find the levels in the trades. You're gonna profile these volume nodes. Look for the areas where the point of control is, and it's gonna more than likely trade up to the point of control, and it's gonna test the bottom right here. You get a pull off, you get a test of the bottom of the node, and then you're going to trade up to the top side of the node. And usually the point of control works out pretty good, because there's usually a shelf of volume at the point of control. And if you take the trade right at the point of control, you're usually only taking maybe a point of heat or whatever before it reverses. So it works out real nice. Anyways, I hope you had a good day trading, and if you like the analysis, please subscribe to the channel. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you in the morning. Take care.